Good day. Today I'm going to show you how to draw the parabola. So first of all, you need to know the standard form of the parabola. So the standard form of the parabola is f of x is equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. So that is the standard form of the parabola. So for you to understand functions, first of all, you need to know the standard form of every type of functions. So you need to know what a affects, what b affects, and what c affects. So when a is greater than 0, meaning that when a is positive, right? When something is greater than 0, it means it's positive. So in the textbooks, they don't like writing it in words. They like writing it in this format, in inequality format. So when a is positive, the parabola always has a smiley shape. When a is negative, the parabola will have a frowny face. For example, let's say you have something like this, right? So this is a, this is b, this is c. So a is 2, b is 4, and c is 3. So a is positive, so it's a smiley face. Then if a is negative, let me just show you an example of that. So here is an example of that. So in this case, a is negative 2, b is 6, c is 2. So a is negative. So whenever a is negative, your parabola will have a frowny face, right? When a is positive, your parabola has a smiley face. So in order for us to draw the parabola, we need three things. We need the x-intercept, the y-intercept, and the turning point. Then we determine the shape of the graph also. So we need the x-intercept, the y-intercept, and the turning point. So we need these three. So first of all, we need the x-intercept. So let me give you an example of a graph. So let's say you're given a graph, f of x is equals to 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. So now let's get our x-intercept. So always say x-intercept y is equals to 0. We should literally write this down. Then this is the same as y, so we're going to make it 0. So then this is going to be 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. Just before I continue, if you want to be tutored, either online or physically, online it doesn't matter where you are or which country you are at, you can still be tutored. So we offer cheap online lessons. And if you want to be tutored physically, we can still make an arrangement. So call or WhatsApp this number, but preferably please WhatsApp this number, and then we will take it from there. So what I do is that I tutor people 5 days a week online, and I give tests once a week so that I can check your improvements. Then when you factorize this, so this is gonna be, there is ways to factorize this thing. I'll put the video in the link, the description below. I'll send the link in the description below. Then that's why I teach about this thing. So then this is gonna be 2x squared plus 6x minus x minus 3. And then this is gonna be 2x, then it's gonna be x plus 3. And then this is gonna be x plus 3 as well. And then this is gonna be 2x minus 1 in brackets. Then this is gonna be x plus 3. So we have factorized it. So what we needed to do was to factorize so that we can get our x-intercept. So our x-intercepts are, we have got x is equals to 1 over 2 or x is equals to -3. So I just factorized. So we factorize differently whenever there is a number in front of x squared. Whenever it's just x squared, we can immediately open brackets. But if there's a number in front of x squared, now we have to follow this method or another method, what we call the cross method. But in the description below, I'll show you those things. So our two x-intercepts are x is equals to minus half. Matter of fact, it was x equals to half. So if x is equals to half and y is 0, so those are our x-intercept. When y is 0, x is half, and also when x is -3 and y is 0. So my advice is to write it in coordinate form. So these are our two x-intercepts. Now let's find our y-intercept. So we're gonna do the same thing when I say y-intercept x is equals to 0. So then we just make x 0. So y is equals to 2 into 0 squared plus 5 into 0 minus 3. But it's obvious, whatever has x will end up disappearing, and our answer will end up being -3. So y is equals to -3. So we found our y-intercept. So our y-intercept is y is, when x is 0, y is -3. The reason I'm doing this is because of some mistakes that people make. When they get the x-intercept and they write it in coordinate form, they end up writing it as half and minus 3. It's not 1 point. These are two different x-intercept where the y value is 0. So they are split. These are two different coordinates. We don't write it like this. We write it like that. So we found our y-intercept. Now let's find our turning point. So for us to find the turning point, we say, so in order for us to find the x value of the turning point, we use this formula. X is equals to minus b over 2a. And then our b in this case is 5, so it's going to be minus 5 over 2a. So our a in this case is 2, so it means 2 into 2. So this is going to be minus 5 over 4. So our x value is minus 5 over 4. Then how do we find the y value? We just substitute into the x values there, then we'll end up with our y value. So let's substitute. We're going to say, when it's minus 5 over 4, so we're going to substitute in place of x. So minus 5 over 4 squared plus minus 5 over 4 minus 3. So then we have to find the value here in the calculator. Alright, without the calculator I got minus 49 over 8. You can just verify if that is correct. Alright, so then it means our turning point is when x is minus 5 over 4, the y value is minus 49 over 8. So then we can proceed. So when they say sketch, you don't need to have points like 1, 2 and stuff. You'll be wasting your time. You don't need all that. You only need the important points. So the important points we estimate where they are. You don't need to draw. When they say sketch, you don't need to draw. So we're gonna estimate. So this was half and 0. That was the first x-intercept. So half can be somewhere here. Notice I estimated. I didn't draw. So minus 3 is to 0 is the other x-intercept. So minus 3 probably somewhere there. Minus 3 is to 0. So this coordinate and this coordinate. This point and this point. And our y-intercept when x is 0, y is minus 3. So 0 is to minus 3 is somewhere here. Okay, then our turning point minus 5 over 4, you have to check it in a calculator and it should be somewhere there. And then minus 49 over 8, so it will be somewhere here. So then this coordinate will be negative 5 over 4 and 49 over 8. So we're just estimating 49 over 8. So we're just estimating. So hence we've got our points there. And then the parabola, is it a smile or a frown? Our a is positive, so therefore it's a smile. So if it's a smile, we just join all the points with the smile. Then that's why we have it. Notice I didn't draw, I sketched. And you will get your full marks. What's important are only the important points, right? Your x-intercepts, your y-intercept, and your turning point. If you have a question, you can comment on the section below. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so that you can receive more things like this.